Hello, welcome into Back Porch Sports. We're doing our college football playoff predictions. Obviously, we have a few of the first rounds already knocked out, but we'll go ahead and break this down. Honestly, I'm just going to pass it to Tommy, so you go right on ahead.
Yes, sir. What's going on? What's going on? As of today, Saturday, January 3rd, we are into the final four matchups of the college football playoff. Hasn't really been a whole lot of close ones, but I think the matchups we're looking at going into the second to last week are ones to look for. But we're going to go ahead and just start top left, Bama OU. I think this was one of the better games we got throughout the entirety of the playoffs so far. Pretty back and forth. I thought John Mateer looked all right for Oklahoma. I don't know. There's been speculation on him and how serious he is, and I don't know. I think both of these teams were very similar going into this one. It was 20-17, I believe, was the final score of that one. So, yeah, Bama obviously took the cake, and yeah, that was
Final score
Simpson's
34-24.
34-24. It was close for a while. OU actually had a 17-0 lead. I remember I was actually at B's house watching that. But yeah, just I don't really know. It was in Oklahoma as well. It just kind of fell apart for him. And Bama just took off with it. It was really never even close after that. But that made me have a little bit of faith in Ty Simpson. After that one, he did look pretty good. And obviously, we're going to get into his next performance against Indiana. We'll touch on that in a second. But just to get through these first rounds, Oregon and JMU was just unfair. I thought JMU actually looked decent too. If you actually watched like the first quarter, JMU had a few trick plays. Quarterback, I can't think of the quarterback's name, but he looks solid. I think he is going to transfer. I don't know where he's going to go, but I think
Barnett. No, that's not his name.
Alonzo Barnett.
Yes.
Barnett. Is that his name?
Barnett.
Yes.
Alonzo Barnett, that name rings a bell now. That's a name to watch. I would say. I think he could go any power 4 conference now. It's not even power 5 anymore. He could really go anywhere and make an impact on whatever team he goes to. I like that quarterback. I like that team. That entire team is transferring. The coaches are transferring. They're going to blow it up just like they did 2 years ago, or it was 2 years ago that they were decent, and then everybody bounced and went different ways. So you'll see the blow up at JMU, but it was, I guess, cool to see a Commonwealth school getting into the playoff. Maybe they had a shot against Oregon, but they really just ran up the score on them. I believe that final score was like 51-34. 51-34, yeah. And it was uglier than that at one point as well. So not really much to go with off that. Dante Moore looked good. Defense looked good.
I love not to cut you off, but I love the reaction of people that like, oh, JMU shouldn't have got in. It should have been Notre Dame and all this other stuff. Like, people were livid that JMU got in. So, I mean, but to get the matchup of Oregon first round, I mean, you kind of knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, and I think I don't know how to feel about Oregon. I got to be honest. I don't know what my gut is telling me about Oregon. But they definitely blew the doors off of JMU. And,
as they should have, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, as they rightfully should have. I still think that JMU offense was decent. I mean, you hung 34 points. Texas Tech didn't score. They threw up a donut. So, I mean, that's kind of a testament to JMU a little bit. They just weren't even in the same league.
Yeah.
Moving on to Ole Miss, Tulane. Once again, I mean, not really not a huge one. Ole Miss 41, Tulane 10. You saw flashes. You saw flashes where Tulane kind of looked good, and maybe Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss went like a quarter or two without really doing much. Like kind of left the door open for Tulane, but they just Ole Miss just kind of took it and ran. I want to talk about Trinidad Shambliss.
I was going to say the same thing.
And we're going to get into this.
Yeah.
We're going to get into this more when we talk about their next matchup, which was in the Sugar Bowl against Georgia. But Trinidad Shambliss in this game against Tulane, 23 for 29, 282 passing yards, a touchdown, and no picks.
Almost 80% completion percentage with 130 QBR. I mean,
stud. absolute stud. You had, I'm pretty sure this team had, oh no, maybe not. Still, I mean, they put up 500 yards of offense. It's hard to lose a game when you do that. But again, he looks ready.
Legit.
I'll be honest. I think he went into, I'm pretty sure Trinidad Chambliss went into these playoffs with the intention of like, if we were to lose first round or whatever, then I'll go back and stay a year. But if he builds up his draft
stock.
if that rises, which it has to be at this point. I mean, he, in my opinion, might be the best quarterback in college football right now. I'll go as far and say that. I like Mendoza. I don't really know about Dante Moore. I think Dante Moore is good, but there's just something that I don't know. But Trinidad Chambliss, man, he passes the eye test. I will tell you that much. He looks like an NFL quarterback already. I gotta just putting that out there. But we'll save that for another time. Texas A&M and Miami, the closest game of this entire bunch, of course. Miami 10, Texas A&M 3. Yeah. This was a defensive juggernaut, whatever, man. One of the two. It was
yeah.
This one was, if you like defense, you love this one. I think early on in the season, all right, I didn't believe in Miami because they lost to Louisville. I'm a diehard Louisville fan if you don't know this already. Carson Beck threw 4 interceptions and still lost by 3 points. And so in my perspective on Miami this entire year was I don't believe in Carson Beck. They're proving to me now that I can believe in Miami, but not Carson Beck. I still think if they lose in these playoffs, it's going to be because of the quarterback play in Carson Beck. Now, when he doesn't throw interceptions, he wins games against Texas A&M and Ohio State, the defending champions. I think that's a huge, testament to that's just in the next round. But still, it's interesting to watch this team. That was part of the argument was if Miami should have even been in, right? You had the argument with him and Notre Dame, but they got in and they're in the Final Four. So
indeed they are.
It's wild. I did not have that on my bingo card. I probably took to A&M if I can remember. I don't think I took Miami, but anyway, that's the first round. A whole lot of duds, really. That was like the closest game by far, and it was 10-3, like I said. So, yeah, Alabama, Indiana. Wow.
Trying to find this game. Where is it?
Was not expecting that.
Yeah, 38-3.
Yeah, slugfest. Absolute killing of the Sooners. Or not the Sooners, the Roll Tide.
The Crimson Tide. I think Fernando Mendoza, 14 for 16, 192 and 3 touchdowns, no picks.
Perfect passer rating.
Perfect passer rating.
It doesn't get much better than that from the quarterback.
It does not. And he's doing this against an Alabama defense. I think there's going to be some questions asked about Kalen DeBoer. I'll just say that. I don't know a whole lot about him. I know that they had this identity kind of toughness problem in week 1 when they played at Florida State and got smoked on the road. And, they just looked soft. They just got completely out-muscled and out-coached to, the highest degree. So, just disappointing. Just really embarrassing.
Rose Bowl too.
Yeah,
in the big game.
It's tough.
I think
go ahead.
No, go ahead. I think what stood out to me, especially since I'm a Jets fan, so I'm looking at the quarterbacks in college football right now. 2 big quarterbacks in this game, Ty Simpson and Fernando Mendoza. Obviously, we just talked about Fernando Mendoza looking great, perfect passer rating, 3 touchdowns, 14 for 16. I mean, it felt like it was easy for him. And then on the other side of the football, Ty Simpson. I mean, his stats, if you look at the stats, 12 or 16, I mean, his completion percentage was good, but he only threw for 67 yards, ended up getting benched. Obviously losing a big game like this. I mean, that's going to be a huge, huge hit to his draft stock, which was honestly, he was probably looking to get in the first round if he had a good performance in this game. So that's the main thing to me in this game that I was really looking for is the two quarterbacks, and one came to play and one absolutely crap down his leg, I would say. So, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say about these games.
Yeah, Simpson. I think this is just a perfect reminder for him to just go back another year and just try this one more time. I don't think there's a lot of other quarterbacks that I'm taking over Ty Simpson. That's for certain.
Well,
and there's only so many teams that need a quarterback. So
they ended up bringing in their backup quarterback, Austin Mack, and he came into the game and went 11 for 16 on 70% completion percentage for 103 yards.
no.
So I'm going to be honest with you, is that
Probably garbage time too.
I mean, yes, but I thought I seen something that he was like a 5-star coming to them. So is there a spot for Ty Simpson to go back to? That's the question. Because, I mean, Alabama's a school. I mean, they're going to be having guys coming in and out of there. So, I mean, if you don't perform, you're going to get out of there quick.
Right. He had a good year. He had a pretty good year. I mean, I wish this app I could just pull up his career stats. Or
stats this year, 2025 stats. He threw for 3,500 yards, 28 touchdowns, 5 picks. So, I mean,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would equally put the problem of this game on Alabama in general. I just don't think that they were as good as Indiana won, but I think it was also just like a coaching identity. Just you didn't show up to play. I still think Ty Simpson had a bad game, or I don't know how do you put it. He didn't have an effect on the game, but I think there were a lot of other factors.
Kill him. Yeah, he didn't make the plays to keep him in the game, but he also didn't make the plays to sink him either. So
right, I think that's a great way to put it. But yeah, B, did you watch any of these?
I watched the Ole Miss Georgia game.
All right, but yeah, we're making
I watched the end of it.
Well, if we're gonna cover this dud, we might as well cover the next dud. Yeah, Texas Tech and Oregon. Terrible.
It was close in the first half. It was a 6-0 ball game going into halftime. Both teams looked terrible.
I will say that I think Texas Tech's defense showed up to play, but the offense just it was a close game because the defenses played well, and then you would get to Texas Tech's offense, and this Morton dude just looked like a shell of himself. I mean, 18 for 32, 137, no touchdowns, 2 picks. There was one point where it was 13-0. Texas Tech was in the red zone. They were at like the 7-yard line. It was 3rd and goal. You are very much alive in this game. I think it's either late in the 3rd or very early in the 4th quarter. Like I said, you have every gasp left in this game. And he just snaps it and fires one into double coverage, and he just, the corner just hops up and picks it. And it was like
that corner is a freshman corner that had 2 interceptions in this game, I'm pretty sure. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, threw honestly 2 Stevies. Both throws that he threw interceptions on were both Stevies. I mean, it was an out route early in this game that he took, and dude was draped, and he still just threw it. It's like he already had in his mind that's where he was going with the football. So,
yeah,
terrible.
It was, and it just seemed like they were ready to go home. That's what I thought, honestly. It looked like a team that was just ready to go home in the middle of a game that they really could have won. I think, who was it on? Bailey. I can't think of his first name. Yeah,
David Bailey.
David Bailey is
Monster.
legit.
Legit monster. If anybody was on an island on him, he was immediately beating that man. Immediately.
Yeah, I mean that, but he had 2 pass deflects. Like that's humongous. Like there were so many times where there was one play where you really saw Dante Moore let the play develop. He had a little dig route over the middle for a first down, and he just rises up and knocks it down. That's the type of play that can win you games. I think David Bailey, really a lot of players on that Tech team look good on the defense,
especially on the defensive side. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The offense really did nothing.
He could be a potential commander.
Could.
He very well could be. I mean,
I don't
know what his stock's looking like, but I think he's probably right there with Ruben Bain from Miami as like the top tier ends or rushers or D linemen. But yeah, Dante Moore, 26 for 33, threw a lot of passes, 234 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like I said, man, I'm not sure what to make of him. He looks like a product of a very, very good team, and he looks like he can. I don't know. He looks like he can elevate the talent around him at times, but then at times it's like you wonder where this dude's at. I've noticed that in games. I mean, it just, and I'm going to kind of talk on that when we get into the matchup between Oregon and Indiana in the Peach Bowl. But yeah, I don't know what to think about Oregon, and I don't know what to think about Dante Moore. I'm kind of stumped on them.
I think what I'll say about Dante Moore in this game, especially early in this game, he looked calm and collected. I mean, that first drive, they drove right down the field, on a long drive, right down the field, and they got inside that red zone, and then they put David Bailey on a damn island, and that sack costed them a good drive, ended up being a field goal. I agree with you. There's times that it feels like, it's like, where is this guy at? But I think in this game specifically, I think there was probably a game plan, not to say that they limited Dante Moore, but it was probably more on the lines of, look, I think our defense can probably shut this offense down. Like, don't make a back-breaking decision that kills us. You know what I'm saying? So I think there is times that he disappears, and the Oregon offense really didn't get going. But I think that's, a testament of a good defense he's facing off. And on top of that, they're winning the game. He doesn't need to make, some back-breaking play either, for them for the good or for the bad, So I think the offense on top of that too, I didn't like a lot of what they were running. It seems like at certain times too, they got really cute with the play calls.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I feel like at times that sets up a quarterback for a time back there too. He can't catch his groove because they're sitting there running these trickery plays and everything else. So I liked, for the most part, what I've seen from Dante Moore. He makes the throws. I mean, that's the main thing. He looks in the right spots. And, it doesn't seem like he just stares at one read. It looks like he can actually work his way through progressions.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get – the main thing – this is what I look for in quarterbacks, right? Like, especially in college. Like, he's not jittery either. Like, he doesn't, feel like he needs to be rushed out the pocket or anything. He'll stand in there and make the throw. Like, that's what I love to see about a quarterback is they're not scared. Like, they don't feel like, I guess, pressure that's not there. So he does that. He stands in there, makes the throws. He importantly makes the the throws. But I don't know, some of those deep balls towards the end zone too looked a little lollipop. I'm not gonna lie, they looked really high arcing. I don't know how I feel about that, but other than that, looked pretty good. So that's what I'll say.
I hear you. I think Malik Benson, who he throws the ball to quite a bit, looks pretty good. He made some fantastic catches in this game. So he's probably like a second or third day kind of guy in the draft, I think. He is, I guess it doesn't say here what year he's in, but still, I think I liked his game. But yeah, I mean, he threw the ball 33 times and completed 26 passes. So
he's a senior, so he's definitely going to the draft.
Yeah,
he got 41 catches. Yeah, 41 catches, 696 yards, 6 touchdowns. He'll probably be like a day 3 pick. Probably be
Yeah.
like a 4th or 5th round pick. If I had to guess.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, a dud. Not much of a game here. Well, it kind of was until it wasn't, and just Texas Tech just didn't show up to play.
Exactly.
Then you get into Miami, Ohio State. We're gonna save the best for last here. Miami, Ohio State. Yeah, this was complete. Dang, this was a complete blindside to me. We don't have Kay here, who is the seasonal Miami fan.
Seasonal.
No, he does. He yaks when it comes up, so I got to give him that. But again, I didn't even dislike Miami because he was a Miami fan. I just did not believe in this team. I mean, my Louisville Cardinals, who really were not that good this year. Last year with Tyler Shuck was our best shot at doing something, and we beat this team. We beat this team, and we beat JMU, which is pretty crazy. But nonetheless, I just didn't believe in this team, and somehow they went into the Cotton Bowl and beat Ohio State 24. They're defending champs. And Carson Beck looked pretty damn good, I got to be honest. 19 for 26, only 138 yards and a touchdown, but he didn't lose the game for him. That's what I've said before. He can lose this team games, but the run game, dude, the run game with Mark Fletcher Jr., 115 yards on 19 carries and a touchdown. I mean, you had another running back have 5 carries for 31 yards. It was
defense got a pick 6.
Yeah, defense is solid. This is an excellent Miami defense, which they always have a good defense, but like, yeah, it's just I believe in this team. Like I said, I don't believe in Carson Beck, but if you can do this, if you can not turn the ball over, go 19 for 26 and throw 138 yards. You can't really complain. And on the other end, Julian Sand, 22 for 35 with 287, passing touchdown and 2 picks. Jeremiah Smith, 7 receptions for 158 yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
That dude is going to be a
monster.
stud. Yeah. He's still got a year. I think he's a sophomore right now, so he's got a year. He'll be probably a top 3 2027 pick.
I don't know, though. You got to think about all the quarterbacks coming out next year. He might get pushed down just based off of quarterback projection next year. I mean, you got Sand coming out next year. You got Arch, if he plays better, coming out. You got – I know I'm missing some names there. South Carolina quarterback. What's
Sellers, yeah.
Sellers will come out next year. I mean, you got some of these guys that were supposed to be 2nd, 3rd round picks. They could project their stock up too. So I think next year will be a crazy quarterback draft class. I'm going to be honest with you.
I think better about okay. You could be onto something. But again, I kind of put Julian Sand in that same tier as Ty Simpson. Julian Sand doesn't jump off the screen for me. I mean, 22 for 35. He did throw for 287. I see a lot of like check down. Like if I'm not throwing to Jeremiah Smith down the field, he's checking it down. But again, I don't watch enough of him, so I'm not gonna make a statement about Julian Sand that I don't truly know. But he just gives me that same kind of vibe from Ty Simpson, where it's like, I don't know, he just needs more reps. He could very well be a good quarterback. He is. He led this team all the way to the Cotton Bowl and obviously lost, but still, I don't know, my gut. I still think Jeremiah Raiola
is Dylan Raiola really not coming out this year?
No.
I feel like he's been in the college ranks for forever.
They're actually talking about him transferring to Louisville.
Really?
Yeah.
Y'all ready to get Patty?
Maybe. I don't know.
Mini Mahomes.
Probably not, but we'll see. That would be interesting. But yeah, I still think Jeremiah Smith goes top. I'll say top 5. I could say top 3 in 2027. I still think his stock does not change. He's going to be one of the most
next year.
You think he's going to be a Jamar Chase level prospect?
He kind of reminds me more of like a an AJ Brown or like Jamar or a Justin Jefferson, like a go up and get it type of guy. Like
Well, what I mean when I ask that, like, because you're saying he's going to be a top 3 pick, like, you
Like
think he's going to
Julio?
have like the pedigree of that, because that's where Jamar Chase was taken up, like really up top. So
yeah,
I mean,
I
they
very
got to
much
be
can
a
see it.
I
really
think so.
good receiver to be
I
taken
think he's pretty
that
good.
high. No, I'm not
Yeah.
saying he's not, but I'm just saying, do you think he's that good?
I think it could be. I think it could be. And then you give him another year. You give him another year he has to play. I think it's just, I mean, it's only gonna go up.
And I think Sane will get better by next year too. I think he'll be the top quarterback taken next year. Personally,
Saying,
yeah,
yeah.
Julian Sane will probably be the top quarterback taken in next year's
I
draft.
think I saw something about Lenora Sellers.
He's going to transfer.
Yeah.
So,
Where's
Oh,
he
no,
goes
going?
no,
to a good
sources.
team.
Lenore Sellers finalizing return to South Carolina.
Oh, interesting. I would have thought for sure he was going to transfer. Oh,
No, he's staying. Yeah, I
Fair
like
enough.
Sean Beamer. That's the head coach at South Carolina. I like him. They lose a lot of close games and they kind of get gypped a few times, but oh well. But finally, to end off the games that have already happened, we're gonna go to the by far best game of these playoffs. Ole Miss and Georgia in the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. Man, what a game. This was everything you want in a football game. I mean, let's just roll through some of these stats. I'm going to start with Georgia. Gunnar Stockton looked pretty darn good. I like Gunnar Stockton. I wasn't
he's going to be
that
a top
crazy.
quarterback next year too.
I wasn't that crazy about him. He was kind of in that same department with Sayin and Simpson, where it's like, I don't really know you yet. But he looked good, dude. He looked poised. He looked confident. 18 for 31, 203 yards, a passing touchdown, no picks. Not crazy jumping off the stat sheet, but he looked good, man. He looked really good, especially against a good Ole Miss team. They very well could have won this game. Georgia could have. But yeah, you can't talk about QB play without talking about Trinidad Shamlis. 30 for 46, 362 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns.
And came up big in the clutch.
And he did. He looked poised. He looked so poised. He was never rattled, and he's putting passes exactly where they need to be in crunch time. I mean,
I can't lie, he almost threw the game away.
When?
They tried to run an out route to, I guess, get yards for a field goal. And
and they almost
jumped the ball, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was going back to Georgia.
That was probably like the one mistake you could say he had, at least late in that game. He that was off. But
he made a big time throw and then turned around and almost threw a Stevie. It was like, oh, there's no way.
I don't know, man. He looks like it looks like nothing that you throw at him is gonna, like, Georgia and Ole Miss played earlier this season, and it was this exact same type of, high 30s, just shootout. And Shambliss looked pretty good in that one, and so did Stockton, but Georgia got the upper hand in that one. And Ole Miss got their get back, and it's just cool to see. Those are two really good teams. I was gonna say early in that game when Georgia was winning 21-12, I think with the ball, I thought it was gonna be a Georgia-Indiana championship, but Ole Miss comes in and wins the game. So man, I don't know, but
30 points scored in the fourth quarter. I mean, the end was crazy. They got, obviously, he threw the ball, or Chambliss threw the ball, and got the big first down, kicked field goal. But like the whole end was like wild. It was
weird. It was weird.
They kept trying to put time on the clock. I was like, come on, bro, let the game be over.
Yeah. I also just love the story too. I didn't really touch on this, but just Ole Miss just kind of like I have no reason to like Ole Miss, but just having your head coach leave your team for more money and just pretty much like however you feel about the Lane Kiffin thing, like you got to look at this team and just be like, you're in a way you got betrayed, man. Like your head coach went to one of your rivals for more money, and he's trying to take your coaches. He's trying to take more assistant coaches with him and players who have to decide, I believe, by a certain date coming up here soon before this Cotton Bowl or before the Fiesta Bowl between Ole Miss and Miami. Ole Miss assistant coaches have to decide if they're going to go to LSU or stay at Ole Miss before the game even happens. So you can have some of these coaches and assistants go and leave the team before the second biggest game of college football, which is just bizarre. But
that is pretty crazy. Why? I wonder why it's like such a strict thing. Like they got to make the decision before the playoffs are over.
I think it's like the deadline for any coach or assistant that's going to move somewhere. So they're following the same guideline that anyone would. I think I'm not 100% sure on that, but
yeah, I just feel like with this now, like not to cut you off, but I feel like with this now, like with certain decisions, like even with players, right? It's like, what if they decide to go to LSU and it's like, oh, now so you're leaving, and then it creates a whole rift in the locker room, and that's a distraction they don't need going into, like you said, one of the biggest games in college football. So I don't know. I think the Lane Kiffin stuff is crazy. I mean, yeah. I don't know. And then the whole Lane Kiffin files that were coming out after. Well, that's a whole different thing. We don't even talk about that. But I don't know, man. Like, just the way you leave like that, especially, you had the team rolling. And then, as you said, go to a rival team for more money and then leave the team mid, playoff run. Yeah. Tough situation, I got to say.
It's just cool to see a team with a chip on their shoulder winning games like this. They got a good storyline going for them. And what's funny is Lane Kiffin gets paid $250,000 for every win that Ole Miss has in the playoffs. So LSU currently owes him $500,000. Yeah, they owe him $500,000 just because they've won 2 games already. That was part of his contract clause. So yeah, Lane Kiffin is a rich man, no doubt. But
yes, he is.
Yeah. Keywan Lacey, Ole Miss running back, disgusting. 110 yards, 2 touchdowns on 22 carries. He looked fantastic. But yeah, it's just a fun game to watch. Zachariah Branch, receiver for Georgia.
He looks good.
He looked good. You'll probably see him. I think you'll see him on Sundays eventually. I don't know at what capacity, but I thought he was really solid. And then Nick Frazier, running back for Georgia, 128 yards on 15 carries. I mean, he looked like a stud too. So, yeah, a lot of talent on the field in that one. I'm not even talking. We're not even touching on defenses. I know both defenses have good players too, but yeah, that does round up the games that have already happened.
Gotta make our predictions now.
Yes, now we make predictions, which I think we just get 3 different predictions instead of, unless we want to vote. We want to vote, or
I mean, I feel like, what do we want to do for this? I don't know. What do we think?
It's only 2 games. It's only 3 games. So we'll do individual. All right, we'll do individual.
All right, yeah. So you go. Actually, Tommy, yeah. So you go ahead and go first. I want to know what your predictions for all these games are.
Indiana, Oregon. All right. Indiana is currently 14-0. Oregon is 13-1. And can you take a wild guess as to the one team that Oregon lost to this season? Indiana. And that was a pretty good game. I believe it was like a 19-17 score. It was a close game. They did not blow them out by any means. But I would also be curious to know the box score of that game if you're pulling that up.
Let's see here. Let me go to Indiana, go to their games. You said they played Oregon. Yes, they did. 30-20. Indiana beat Oregon. Box score, Mendoza was 20 for 31, 215, a touchdown and a pick. And why doesn't it show quarterback play for Oregon? Not sure. Hold on. Just keep. Yeah, I don't. For some reason, it's not. Yeah, it's not pulling up. Yeah, I don't know.
I think Indiana is kind of on a mission. You know, I think it's not only a good team, but I mean, Kurt Signetti just has this team locked in. I mean, just about as locked in as a team can be. I think this Kurt Signetti Indiana fiasco. This is going to be a documentary one day. It's truly incredible what he's done at that school, and I mean, I think he's 25-2 in 2 seasons. He's already won the Big Ten. His stat sheet his line is crazy. Like, it looks like a college football, like 26 head coach franchise type of statistic you see with this dude. And what he's doing over there is just incredible. I honestly want to see Indiana do it. I know we have some friends who would like to see Oregon win as well, but hey, I'm going Indiana. I'm going with a similar score to the other one, but I think it's going to come down to a 1-touchdown kind of game. I think Indiana 27, Oregon 23 is my final score. I think it's going to come down to Dante Moore having to be clutch. We can see he can be a game manager. He can take a good team a long way and win games. But when you're playing a team that's better than you, do you elevate the talent around you and show up in the clutch, or do you vanish? I think that'll be huge for his draft stock, this game right here. But give me Indiana. So Indiana's in my national championship. Miami, Ole Miss. I have no idea what to think about this game. Got to be honest. I want Ole Miss to win because of this whole storyline thing that I kind of brought up before, but Miami's sneaky, man. They're sneaky. I don't even know what the engine of this team is. I would say the defense and the run game, which is not a team you want to see. A good defense and a good run game is just – that's a hard team to beat. But man, Trinidad Shambles over there in Mississippi, dude. I don't know, bro. This is tough. I really have no idea where this one's gonna go. I don't know. Let's go game by game. Indiana, Oregon. What do y'all got?
Indiana, Oregon. All right. Well, I guess I'll take this. Honestly, got the 2 big quarterbacks playing in this game, as you mentioned, Mendoza, Dante Moore. Game previously in the season. Indiana came out on top by 10 points. The stats for Moore in that game, since I didn't have him a couple minutes ago, he was 21 for 34, 186 passing yards, a touchdown, and a pick with a 35.1 QBR. So if Oregon wants to win this game, Dante Moore is going to have to play better than that, without a doubt. He just faced off against one of the, top echelon defenses in college football in Texas Tech. So, I can't see it really getting much harder than that. And he looked, serviceable in that game. If he can throw a few touchdowns in this game, I see Oregon can actually have a chance to win this game. But I think, Indiana, Fernando Mendoza, he's going to keep this Heisman streak going. He's balling, and I think he's going to ball again against Oregon. And I think they're going to get it done. I think it'll be like 35 to 24. I think Indiana will get it done. About a 9-point victory. About the same as last time, to be honest with you. So that's what I got.
Yeah, I think Indiana's going to win this game. It's going to be a battle of the quarterbacks, as you're saying. And Indiana's been hot. They're coming off a 35-point win against Alabama.
Yeah.
And I think they're just going to carry that momentum into the national championship. Honestly, they're going to probably win this game by 10 to 14 points. And yeah, I don't know. Even anyone on the other side, I don't see them even giving them a run for their money. So
I think, not to cut you off, I think this will be
they just look good.
I think Indiana's, this is their hardest game remaining, in my opinion. If they win this game, I think they have it bagged. Yeah.
I see that because they're in the same conference. They've seen each other once before.
Mhm.
So it's like this is like a division game in the NFL right here. So I see what you mean. Yeah. All right, so we got 3 Indianas, huh?
Yeah.
So this is, if we get Indiana, Ole Miss, it's gonna be like a Georgia game. It's gonna be a shootout. I mean, these two teams, these two brilliant offenses are gonna just flourish, I think. But then if you get Indiana, Miami, I don't know. I think Miami could sneakily beat every team in college football. It's insane that I'm saying this. I never in a million years thought I'd be saying this. But like I said, man, a good defense and a good run game can win a national championship. And I still just don't know which way to go with this, bro. Miami, Ole Miss, I really don't know which way to go. This is a flip of a coin for me. But I'm going to say Ole Miss. I'm going to say Ole Miss. I couldn't give you a score. I'd say like, geez. I mean, Ole Miss has scored what? They scored 39 and 41 in their 2 games. I'll dumb them down to like 31. Did they get 31 on? Oh, that's a lot of points on a good Miami team, dude. I mean, they've allowed 2 touchdowns in 2 games. Miami has against Ohio State and Texas A&M. I mean, that's commendable. So, look, I'll say Ole Miss 24, Miami 17. Maybe 21 to 17. Somewhere in that
All right. All right, B. You take it away first this time.
I think this is all going to rely on the shoulders of Carson Beck.
Yeah.
If he plays good, I think Miami wins this game. If he plays bad, I think Ole Miss wins this game. So I'm going to trust my gut, and I'm going to say Miami's defense is going to get it done, and Miami's going to win this game.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that you say the defense is going to get it done. Tommy above me is going to think that Ole Miss is going to get it done. I don't know, man. I like that quarterback over there in Ole Miss. Seems like he's got the hot hand. And, I mean, went toe-to-toe with Georgia. And, you know, they never usually have a slouch defense over there. So, man, I don't know. It's like it's really about, to me, like I feel like it's all about what quarterback you have. And I feel like I trust Ole Miss's quarterback to, if this is a close game, to, you know, make the clutch throws. I don't think Carson Beck's gonna be able to do that in the same way. So I got Ole Miss, but this is gonna be like a 20-17 game, 20-14. It's gonna be close. Honestly, I got Ole Miss winning it. It's gonna be a close game. Be a really good game too. So, oh, all right. Well, we got our national championship, and Tommy, Indiana, Ole Miss. Who you got?
Yeah, I mean, we can kind of honestly keep this brief, man. I think Indiana's going to do it. I think they're destined. I think, like I said, that's Kurt Signetti is just like Darth Vader right now, and you're not. I don't see anyone. Not only are they going to beat this good team, but just how well coached and how well disciplined, and they see the vision. They are within arm's reach of this vision, and I don't think anything is going to stop them. That's where I'm coming from, and I that's why I think Indiana is going to win it all. I think Ole Miss can give them a run for their money, though, if I'm being honest. So I'm going to say Indiana. Jeez. Probably like Indiana 30. I want to say it's a close game, but for some reason I don't think all these games are going to be as close as we think they are. I mean, Indiana, Oregon is going to be kind of the bigger differential, but I'll still say Indiana over Ole Miss, like 30. I'll say 30-23.
30-23. Indiana is Tommy's champion. B, what you got?
I think it's going to be good. This is going to be, I mean, the quarterbacks, they've both probably played the best in the playoffs. So I could see this being a higher scoring game. Like
Well, you got Miami in the national championship, right?
yeah. So well, actually that I thought we were just going together, but
No,
all right, well, if I
we're
got
doing
Miami in it, then
yeah, you got Miami in there.
I see Indiana still winning this game. They're gonna have to slow down Bain. And if they slow Bain down, I think they get it done. I mean, as Tommy said, I think it's destined to happen. They're 14-0. I think Miami's lost 4 games or something, 3 games. So
Yeah,
you can see they can be beat. Yeah, I think Indiana's going to get it done.
Fair enough.
Like I say, that could be like 35-17.
Yeah, I think I would agree if Miami does end up making it. I don't think they have the firepower offensively to keep up. I'm just gonna really just piggyback on what you're saying. I think that is exactly how I feel about it. I think Indiana is destined to win it. I think the quarterback play that they're getting out of Mendoza right now. I mean, it's best in college football. It's the reason why he won the Heisman. And they just pretty much embarrassed Alabama, and no one really does that. So, yeah. And then if they go through Oregon and win that handily, I don't think there's another team in the college football playoffs that could beat them. So, give me them against Ole Miss. Ole Miss, it's a good run, good revenge run against Lane Kiffin to show that you shouldn't have left. But I think they'll beat Ole Miss. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they'll win like 35 to they'll win by like 14. So like 35-17, in my opinion. I just think they're the team this year. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
They're the team. So
I agree.
All right. Well, that pretty much takes us through our college football playoff predictions. 47 minutes. I thought this was going to be a very short video, but hey, very long video. So anybody that loves college football stuff, keep checking us out. But, we got the podcast on Tuesday, and we'll have more videos coming out soon. But until then, catch you later.
Peace.